and welcome to Jabberjaw. I'm your host, Jessica Dawson Collier, and with me, as always, is Tyson Wheeler Dynast and Matthew David Smith. Guys, welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be back. 3 weeks in a row, 4 weeks in a row. What are we doing here?
We're killing it,
I don't
guys.
know.
This is 3
We really
weeks in a row. We're keeping this shit,
Oh, man.
My sister
afloat.
My sister's like, I listened to your last podcast, but I had apparently missed something. Did you guys do another podcast in between? I'm like, yeah, I know. It's hard to believe, but we actually did.
It is hard to believe. That's really great. That's awesome.
It's like I got to go back and listen. So.
We'll get there.
I mean, the whole thing is like you'd hate to lose a podcast because we do tend to reference jokes week after week, and if you lose one of those jokes,
yeah, that is true.
You might be lost. So I didn't think that was kind of cute. How are you guys doing?
Doing very well, thank you.
Good. Seem very convincing.
I smell like sunscreen right now because long story short, I thought the pool was open today. I rode my bike all the way there only to see a fucking sign that said, we're only open on the weekends now, idiot, because everybody went back to school. Yeah, man. Fuck.
That's
already
the best time to go to pool. Like, that's like when you would want to go to the pool because the kids are that's some nonsense.
Yep. Oh, man. I raged. I was like just one little person raging in an empty parking lot at no one. It was pathetic. So then I went and got some boba tea.
Yeah, that's nuts. Like they can discriminate against adults like that. Like, the kids can't be here, so
and they also employ a lot of high schoolers. So I was just like, I guess I get it, but it's also kind of crap. Like, maybe talk to Google Maps and let them know that you're fucking closed.
You can't close the pool in August like that. Like
it's closed. It's closed there.
That's insane.
It's closed there right before the.
It's just earlier now, man.
Yeah.
Like. It's crazy. Remember after Labor Day, like we'd go back to school maybe, or it'd be like a week or two later. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That time has passed. Yeah.
I know, but now it's even like now this lunacy is extending like outside of schools to like pools and like they're just like things we're not going to be able to do because the kids couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Won't someone think about the children?
No, yeah. I don't want to hear about your logistical woes. You have a pool.
I don't either. My God, I'm on summer sabbatical. And it is. It's like 95 degrees. Sons of bitches.
It's not even 2/3 past. I mean, technically, we're set. Right. We're almost 2/3.
It sucks, man. I'm not happy
premature seasonal change. I don't like it. I don't.
Me too.
There's Halloween. We were in Home Depot. There is officially Halloween shit.
Oh yeah.
I think it's fair to colloquially refer to it as shit. That is. It becomes like its own, like featured aisle, the Home Depot featured aisle for a while.
Yeah,
people like I will say that people have gone a little crazy with the Halloween because I sort of get it, like because Halloween is like a very cool holiday, and so people like to go nuts. But like it's I don't know. But anyway.
I like the skeleton thing. Like there's a house that I drive by occasionally when I'm cutting through traffic. And they have like 7 or 8 of those. They have one giant skeleton, the 10-foot skeleton. But then they have a bunch of like 6-foot skeletons, and they do a really nice job. Like I drove by their house the other day, and it had 2 desks and a chalkboard out in their yard, and there was a skeleton teaching and 4 skeletons sitting at the desk.
That's fun.
That is fun. Right? That's cute.
That's fun.
Yeah, and they do that based on Easter or whatever thing is coming around, so that they really own it, which is fun,
that is fun.
So but like it's, yeah, no, you're right, and I don't know if you noticed this, but Home Depot, Matt, like with their little area where they have the Halloween stuff, doesn't it kind of remind you of like a red flag, or not a red flag, but a red velvet carpet thing where you have to step into the room and like it's really strange. I know it's not like that, but that's how I feel about it. It's really weird.
It's like fucking Kardashian fucking Home Depot you're going to, but that's not.
You come in and they're like, well, you can't go in here unless you have $900 or less than $900 to spend. You can't really come in here. That's kind of what we do. So
I'm worried about the economy, and I say this. I don't need numbers or charts or the treasury, or we were at like Home Depot because we needed water. We needed
They don't
bottled
need that
water to
shit
get into
either,
this.
Smith, for the
But like,
record.
it was like a Saturday afternoon. There were like 12 people in that Home Depot. We're like,
Mm.
that's not a good.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Like, so anyway, but that's
Yeah, like,
anyway. That's why we were at Home Depot, because I needed to buy bottled. We now own a water dispenser, like an office water
oh,
dispenser.
nice. Very nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Remember,
Okay.
Tyson, but the reason I bring this up is because remember when we when the state of Kansas fucking goddamn brownback did cutbacks. I remember they took our fucking water from
Water
us. Like,
away.
that was one of the cutbacks. Like, they
Yeah.
literally wheeled the shit out. Like, these like men in black came and got.
What?
Yeah, they're like,
yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, go drink out of the water fountain, you fucking plebeians. You know, like it was just like, okay, all right, you know, like,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah. Never mind the fact that I think, what did we have, like, for the 7 people with about 42,000 square feet of office space? And like,
About
that wasn't the problem. But the
It's definitely
$6
the
a
water.
month, yes, there was the water
Yeah.
that really kind of pushed. But anyway, I'll never forget that. It's like when they took our water away, I was like, you sons of bitches.
Assholes, man.
That office was so big, by the way. Like it was so you could have played like hide and seek. You could have played a bitching game of
You guys should have
dodgeball.
put like a ping pong table or something up in there.
You know what Matt and I did, and I got a little bit of flack from my friend, the CTO of the company, because every time we would go out for lunch, on paydays. I would buy a bag of either Army men, U.S. soldiers from the Civil War, dinosaurs, all this shit, and then I would set it up in this massive like stage.
Tice.
And you know, like, but no, it was just me and Matt were the only people in that office at that time for like 5 months. And he came and got us one time, and he was like, "What?" Like, he's like, "That doesn't look very professional." I'm like, "Nobody comes up here, sir." But
left to our own devices. Yep.
pretty much, I fucked around a lot at that during that period of time. I fucked. Matt was like trying to be a good worker and do shit, and he did shit, and I was just like, "Don't waste your time. It's gonna get really, it's gonna get really shitty in about 3 months."
He was right. He was right. Yeah. Anyway, I should have enjoyed. I should have just joined in the diorama building like everyone else. But no, we had fun. We had like lunch was like I mean, it was like that was. And then Tyson would buy some toys, and
we would just
we'd be there until like 11 o'clock at night waiting for something to break. And,
I mean, it was just like, it wasn't a lot of work, but it was a lot of time consumed, and so you just hang out there. This was for a legislature, by the way, the Kansas legislature. I think the
Kansas.
Yeah. So anyway, you know, we just had to be there, you know, and so like if something went bad, and then if somebody bitched, that's basically it. So. Yeah, I spent a lot of. I still have all those dinosaurs. Much to.
Do you really?
Oh yeah, like I'm just waiting until my grandson is old enough to understand that, you know, war toys aren't, you know, normative building blocks of society, so we can set up everything again. And just like we've been doing it with Simpsons. We've been doing this with Simpsons figurines, and they have learned all. They've never seen an episode of The Simpsons, but they've learned all their names, which is amazing.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
good on you, Tice. That's great.
We also have that Simpsons video game downstairs, which they play all the time.
Oh, that's right.
Fun.
The 4-person player stand-up job.
Yeah.
So, but you know, it's been a little cooler here. That's been nice.
That is nice.
It's been a little cooler.
Is
here
it
too.
Nice? Yeah.
I think it's nice.
Have you guys seen some of the trees changing colors? I saw that today and it freaked me out a little bit.
Yeah, it is. You know, it's starting. I just was noticing this week that a lot of the leaves are starting to fall, and yeah, you get those premature, those eager leaves that are just like, I'm ready for change, and then they fall.
I feel bad because like our lawn, they tore up part of our lawn to take out a tree, and then they tore up another part of the lawn to put in a new tree, and then they tore up another part of the lawn because the water meter was in the wrong place. And so they just threw all this fucking grass in there that was guaranteed to grow. So the first third of my yard towards the street is about a foot higher than everything else every week. And so so you just have to kind of keep on top of it. But if you only mow the first, let's call it the 70s porn style grass that's growing around there, if you only do that part, then it looks really silly that like you just gave up about halfway through your mowing process.
Wait, so you bought some like sort of like X-Men grass seed and it like
I
grows
didn't.
like
No, that's what the city put in there. So they didn't match the grass to our place. The city just was like, here, this will grow. So,
wow.
And
they have like
yeah, and it's all the way down our street too. You can just look down our neighbors and be like, oh, that's your grass is 10 inches tall, and then your lawn is about 3 inches tall.
Oh, so is it like the strip on like the other side of the sidewalk? Is that what the
and a little bit on the right side in our yard, a little bit on the right side of the sidewalk. So it's just like it just looks ridiculous. But
you should definitely contact someone and be like, when you guys figure this murder problem out, we have a little discussion to have about the the variety of grass.
Yeah, we'll put the grass in the parking lot right now, but we'll go ahead. We're gonna raise up the murder issue up just above it, just slightly above it.
Yeah,
just above it.
Dry erase board issues, murder, grass.
No, just
it's so. I'm gonna go ahead and start talking more about my day because it's such a weird day. But like the
yeah, go ahead.
But the like there's like Ted Lasso's back. We're enjoying Ted Lasso. I enjoy Ted Lasso. It's a very good show.
Yeah,
and and they talk.
It saved us during the pandemic. Let's be real.
It did.
It really did.
And there's a lot of that Kansas niceness, that we all lean on. And to be fair, you kind of sometimes take for granted that niceness permeates everywhere, especially with all the murders, for example. So like, I was driving to a meeting today with our. We picked up some gentleman. Well, I call him Business Grandpa, but his real name is Foster, and he's a retired business genius. And he basically meets with you, and then he tells you he's going to give you 12 weeks coaching one-on-one to how to make your business profitable, how to run the business, blah, 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 blah. And he's great. And by the way, like he's a full-on Christian, and he doesn't charge us anything. He just likes us. So he meets with us like an hour and a half every week and tells us what to do, and we can bounce any questions off.
This sounds weird. This sounds fishy.
It's not though. Yeah. It's not like because we were like, well, shouldn't we pay you something? And he's like, you know what? Like if you make $1 million this year, why don't you send me a
there it is.
Something. Yeah, but there's no contract. We just meet with this guy. There's nothing.
Be careful. That's all I gotta say.
I look. He passed the test. Trust me.
Okay.
He's the guy. His daughter is one of my sister's best friends. So this is not coming in cold. All right. This is a guy that was recommended to us, and he he likes to laugh, and he also is kind of. It's funny because he also he's 72 years old, so enough, and he worked in marketing and business development for 40 years. So now it's all like he's just kind of in the game. He wants to give you like the bare essentials and the building blocks on how to do the job. But he's very quick to tell that he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about anymore, because when he's talking about us doing targeted Facebook ads for what we do in the business, he says mailings, and Sally's like, do you?
It's adorable. Yeah.
Actual mailings? He's like, no, I just don't know what they're called anymore. I don't know. He's like, but they work. And anyway, I was going down to visit him, and I pulled off one of the interstate, and I was turning right. So I was off a highway, and I was turning right, and I got rear-ended today by an Escalade. So it wasn't hard. It didn't hit. The airbag didn't.
Nice.
The airbag didn't blow, and I did one of these full-on whiplash things. But my car's pretty comfortable and blah blah blah. And so I was like, "Fuck," because this is one of the busiest intersections in Kansas City, at least Kansas City, Kansas. And so I was like, "Well, I'm not going to stay here, and I'm not going to call the cops to have them investigate this and ruin everybody else's day." You know what I mean? Like, I was just not going to do that. So I drove up and I pulled side, and then she pulled up behind me, and she was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm fine." And her Escalade, compared to the Nissan Kick, Escalade didn't look like it had even been touched. But but my car, it looks like, but you wouldn't you wouldn't even notice it if you were far away. So this was a rude awakening of how out of it I am about all this kind of stuff, because I haven't been in a car wreck since Florida, not a proper one, and that was 30 years ago. So she's like, "Well, what do you want to do?" And I'm like, well, first off, we were like, "Are you okay? You're okay?" You know, blah blah. And she she goes she goes, "Oh, it's gone. Okay."
Yeah.
So anyway, so I pulled off of 69, Interstate 69, Highway 69, and then I got bumped by an Escalade, and I didn't want to block traffic because that was a very busy intersection. So I pulled off to the side, and she pulled off behind me, and I was just running through my brain. I was like, "What do you do again?" Like, I mean, I completely forgotten. It's been 30 years since I'd done one of these accidents, so I did everything wrong, and I'm going to explain to you how I did everything wrong. It's great. You should have heard the voice of my because I have a local
I'm so
insurance agent.
nervous. I don't like this story at all.
No, it's fine. It's got a happy ending, but it's just funny. So
Okay.
she gets out, I get out, and we're like, "Are you okay? You okay?" And to be fair, when I got bumped, I my head didn't hit the steering wheel. It just I got whiplash and I hit the back of the headrest, right? So and then but I don't have a headache. I don't have any of that stuff. Anyway, so I got out and I was like, "Oh," and she goes, "Listen, do you want me to call my husband and get this set up for you?" She was probably 22, maybe 21,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
and she was driving an Escalade, so I was like, "Okay." But actually, I was so out of it, I was like, not even thinking about what it was. I thought it was just a Ford truck. I'm not very brand aware during crisis situations, apparently. But anyway, so like, a and she goes, "Do you want to call the cops or the police?" And I was just like, "No, it's just gonna make a mess here. I don't want to do any of that stuff." I was like, "I think what we do now is exchange phone numbers. Is that right?" And she's like, I don't really know. I've never been. And I'm like, "Okay, that's fine." I was like, so I was like, she gave me her phone number and her name, and her husband's phone number and his name, and I gave her my number and my name. And so and I was late for this meeting with Grandpa Business, so I had to go. And so I just left. Their car looks amazingly fine. My car looks, like it's been hit by a larger car. Uh,
Right.
but anyway, so I got to the meeting
It's
about
still
8 minutes
drivable
late.
at this point. Like you're still
Completely,
Yeah, it
driving.
completely,
sounds like it
completely.
is.
Okay.
I
Okay.
I went to two different meetings and ran three errands after this before I came home. So
Okay.
Oh
it's fine.
shit. Okay. Okay.
It's fine. I was a little ginger about pulling into traffic. But anyway, that's my fault. Anyway, so I go and have the meeting. It's an hour and a half. It's very good. Get done. I call my insurance people. I'm like, "Look, this is what happened," and they're like, "Well, what's her insurance number and policy and blah
That's
blah
what I
blah."
was gonna say. She
And I
got
go,
her. Yeah.
I said, "Oh, I don't know." She said that her husband dealt with that stuff, so she gave me his phone number, and she's like, "Well, you need to call him and get that information." I was like, "Well, I did call him, and he said that he wasn't. He was like, I'll give you my home address. I'll text it to you, just so you know we're not going to run out on you and this whole thing." And I'm like, "Okay, that's great." I was like, I literally said I'm counting on Kansas niceness at this point to make sure that this all gets taken care of. And so then I went to the bank, and then I went to another place, and then I went to a job site, and blah blah blah. And meanwhile, I told Beth what happened. She's like, "I think you should go see a doctor." And I'm like, "I don't think that's necessary." And then my insurance girl, she goes, "Oh, you may feel fine now, but tomorrow you're going to be really sore."
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, that sounds super fun." And so she told me what to do and all the steps, and it's fine. But literally, it's 6:06 right now on our second attempt at a podcast, and they had texted me at 5:10 with all their insurance information and all the
Okay,
stuff
good.
I would need to know. So
okay, good.
It worked out great. And the guy, when I was talking to the guy, he's like, I just don't want you. I don't want you to think that we're gonna run out on you. We're gonna take care of this.
Well, usually when they say that, they do it. So that's why my spidey
Well,
senses were like, "Fuck, man."
that's fair. And did I take a picture of their license plate? No. Did I? I mean, I didn't do anything. I just was like, man.
I'm
And
late for a meeting.
I told her straight up. I was like, I haven't been in an accident in a long time, so I don't really remember how to do this. And she's like, I don't really know. She's like, my husband usually handles this stuff.
A PSA for the listening audience: if you do nothing else, get a photo or remember their license plate number.
Yes,
that's like the best. Because if they happen to have a fake license plate, like you're fucked anyway. So if you do nothing else, because I look, I'm with you, because like that, like back in the day, like they used to tell you if you're in an accident. Now this was in good old Hayes, Kansas, Hayes, America. Like you're in an accident, call the police, right? Because that was like half their week's work. Like
That's true,
like that was like investigating how you got your rear-ended. But yeah, like now, no, but like that's just like now they don't even investigate hit and runs in Indianapolis. Like they tell you if you get a hit and run, if you get a hit and run, they do not have the resources.
That's
I bet
very
Kansas
much like New York too.
I bet exactly the same way. I bet KC's exactly the same way.
Kansas City, my neighbor has had his car stolen twice from downtown and then abandoned outside. And then
holy shit,
the cops are like, we don't have the resources to figure out who did it.
Yeah.
He's like, but I have
tape.
He's like, I have surveillance video. He's like, and they're just like, no. And he got so pissed. He was like, so you're telling me I can just steal a car and abandon it in Missouri and everything? We're like, well, no, you can't do that. He was like, well, apparently I can, because you won't investigate crimes like that. So anyway, they were both, and she was Hispanic and he was Hispanic, and I was just like, man, I hope they don't think I'm going to call ICE or some bullshit white guy thing, But it's so anyway. After this podcast done, I got to call in and make a claim and do some other stuff. The podcast came before.
What dedication, Tyson.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate that.
And I do have a feeling I'm going to have to go to the doctor tomorrow because I think.
Are you starting to feel sore?
No, not at all.
Okay,
but,
all right.
But I live with a former nurse, so it's just depends.
Yeah. Well, better to be safe than sorry, for real.
Although we did find out today, he was checking with Chat, and apparently there's a PIP law in Kansas, which means that if you had an accident and you went to get a medical certification or a checkup or whatever, you're reliable for $4,000 of out-of-pocket money before you can ask their insurance company to cover part of that. Isn't that bullshit? That sounds like bullshit.
What?
It's just like, wow, okay. But apparently there are some states that do that, and so
that's fucked, man. No.
I went and saw Sally and Grandpa Business, and that was really fun. And then I went to the bank because I lost my wallet last week. I don't know if I talked to you guys about this at all. Everything, but the thing is, I turned off every card.
I'm gonna wrap you in bubble wrap. You are only allowed to be in two places. Your home, maybe the grocery store.
I turned off all the cards, but I was like, oh, well, maybe somebody will use one of them and I'll get an alert, And then all of a sudden, no one. So it makes me think that it's in the house somewhere, but I can't fucking find it anywhere. So, and I first noticed it was gone after getting back from a haircut. So, but I didn't notice it right away. So, anyway.
Next wallet, GPS tracker in that shit. For real.
For real. I've had it for 2 years and I've never put it in there. That's how. So I'm doing it this time. I'm gonna. Okay. Literally that at arm's length on my desk, and I've still never done it. So anyway,
you live, you learn.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't want Big Brother tracking me, and then I'm like, where's my wallet?
There it is. Yeah.
So anyway, that was a weird thing today. That's pretty much the most exciting thing. But I was very disappointed in myself for this last week. I lost a wallet. I got into an accident and had no idea how to. I mean, I might have been a 14-year-old girl or boy, being like, I don't know, this has never happened. I'm not even supposed to drive right now, really. So I was like, I don't want anybody to get in trouble if I do something wrong. So anyway, but
driving the left lane or the right lane, I don't know.
I hope I hit you if I ever rear end somebody. I hope it's you because you're very, very nice about all this. Not that I want it to be you, but I hope it's you because, like,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
always
no
that's why.
shit.
No,
Yeah, I'm always terrified. Like, yeah, like, duh, yeah.
the last time I was involved in an accident is Beth and I were driving around one of the smaller suburbs, but in this larger area of Overland Park, and we got behind. I can't remember what we were doing. I think we were looking for houses to rent, and we got behind this guy, and this guy pulled out. He backed up, and he pulled forward, and then he started backing up and backing up and backing up, and clearly he didn't look in his. He was going to back into his own driveway again, but he never looked. We honked, and he just shut our door, and and the guy, you could see it. It was amazing. Like there were two heads. There was a man and a woman. They were having an argument until the car accident
Oh,
happened. And then the
Yeah.
guy, he just comes out of his car and he just shook his head and he wrote down something and handed it to Beth and he was like, "This is all the information. I'll call it in. It was clearly my fault, and I'll take care of it." And we're like, "Okay," and he did. I mean, like, so
Wow.
there's something
wow.
to be said for little old Ted Lasso, Kansas niceness. So.
There
Uh,
you go.
anyway, I am sure something else happened to me this week, but this is all I've been thinking about. So
Damn,
today,
Tice.
hey, it's fine.
Sorry, buddy.
That's all right. It's been fun. I got to turn cards on and off and all kinds of nonsense. And it's fun. Security detail.
Yay.
It's like working for the CIA, only it's protecting
Basically.
your
Oh,
measly
man.
knowledge. What about you guys? What have you been up to?
I did have some car issues yesterday. Not that, but like our freaking Subaru's car battery died. And so Jonas had it jumped at work, brought it home, and I was like, I'll take care of it because summer sabbatical. So yesterday I called the phone number that I've never called before, which is like the, roadside assistance. Tyson, you would have loved the guy that showed up in the tow truck. He was like this like funny little Mexican guy. He had a trainee with him. He was so nice. He was talking shit on our neighborhood like nobody's business. He was like, he's like, are you guys cool living here? Like, is it cool? Like, do you like it? Because you know me, I'm pretty friendly. So I was just like, we were shooting the shit. And he's like, man, this neighborhood is full of MAGA people. And I go, dude, I know. There's a guy down the street whose license plate, I shit you not, and I need to take a picture of it, says MAGA MD on it. Like it's all around us, Tice.
Wow.
Yeah. So he's just like, man, there's just so many MAGA people. They all have car issues all the time. And every time I show up, they're like, oh, fuck. I'm going to call ICE.
Yeah. I mean, I was afraid that they thought I might do that because that's your stupid bullshit thing, Like,
I know, man. It's just like this is where we're at as a fucking country. So anyway, yeah.
Remember that lady? Do you remember that lady that hired a bunch of Mexicans from Home Depot to do some renovations, and then instead of paying them, she called ICE and had them
called ICE? Yeah, dick.
Like that.
Yeah, I do
dick
remember
move.
that.
Dick
yeah,
move.
It is. But I could see a couple of people in our neighborhood pulling the same shit. So whatever. But yeah, what else did we do? The car's fine. We got a brand new battery. They changed out the air filter. Props to the Flatiron Subaru in Boulder, Colorado. You guys are the fucking shit. If you want to sponsor our little show, that would be great. I swear to God, Tice, it is the best like service I've ever gotten at one of those places ever in my life. So they were very kind. But other than that, I mean, the week's been pretty fun. Like we went to Red Rocks on Saturday and saw Feist, who opened up for LCD Sound System. And that show fucking blew my mind. I have not stopped listening to LCD Sound System since the show. So good, you guys. They fucking played the bangers. We danced our asses off. I was so sore on Sunday. Jonas was like, you want to go on a bike ride? I'm like, no, I can't move. And also hungover. But yeah, it was great. And the weather was perfect. And yeah, it was dope. And then Monday, we went to the first game of the Rockies versus Dodgers series, and that was also fun. The best part about the game was the fight that was continuing to happen between these 5 college guys.
Awesome.
I sent the guys video. I'm not going to post the video, but it's really funny. And it was with this woman who was a Dodgers fan, and hilarity ensued. I mean, at one point she was twerking in front of them after the Dodgers hit a home run, and they were like, "Oh, gross! Put that away." You would have loved these guys. They were so moronic and like taking shots that they had snuck in after every inning. I mean, these guys are fucking hammered. Like at the fifth inning, like bad. Jonas and I were making bets who was going to puke first. And then this woman started calling them the N word. And so that got her kicked out.
Wow.
And she is like flipping them off as she's leaving. It was probably one of the funniest times I've had at the ballpark in many a year. God, it was great. I love that shit. I miss that shit. Doesn't happen all the time, but when it does, oh
yeah,
it's like a little treat. It's better than nachos. But anyway, and I love nachos. I know Smith loves nachos too. They're one of our favorite things to eat. But yeah, that shit was so funny. God, it was funny. I wish you guys could have been there. It was great. Highlight of my week.
It's like the best thing when you go to a baseball game and there's something there that entertains you. Like, it's just
aside from the game, right?
Aside from the game, because the game, I'm just baseball. It can get kind of fucking boring.
No,
so
like that's what baseball's perfect is. Like you can have a drama, you can have 4 dramas going on simultaneously, and you can still watch the game.
Yeah,
and baseball's like great for that. Like it's just like
like, I will say the last time I went to the only time I've ever been to a Chiefs game was several years ago, and there was a guy there were some people 2 rows up, 2 rows down that were fighting with each other about, I don't know, I assume the Texans, I think we were playing, Chiefs were, and they like started taking swings at each other. And you know, when you're up in the nosebleeds, you know, it's unforgiving. You know, like you're gonna roll over, you're gonna get roll over a very hard chair, hit a very hard piece of concrete, and they got one of the guys got ejected. But it was like an episode of Cops. It's like when the police finally show up, like the girlfriend was like, "Oh, he didn't mean it. He's just had too much to drink," and then blah blah. And then the cops were like, and then he takes a swing at the cops, and he's like, "Okay, you're out of here." So yes, I love side drama. I don't love drama a lot, but side drama at professional sporting events, pretty good. Pretty fun.
Ty, so you actually had a funny comment about it. You said America's favorite pastime. And it is. It's the best.
Having a fight at the
red, white, and blue. Black and blue. Smith, what have you been up to?
Oh, nothing. Just reminiscing about the first time I caught a ball park and first time I threw a punch in the park. Bookend a boyhood. Anyway,
you threw a punch at a park?
No. But I think it's a rite of passage. Just like losing a wallet. It's every young man gonna lose a wallet. He's got to get a new wallet.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. I'm gonna get all my cards replaced, and then the wallet's gonna like show up like in the most obvious spot, and I'll be like, fine, whatever.
You know, and that's the nice thing about credit cards is like, you know, you can, you know, change your number and replace them like 8 or 9 times, and that fucking, you know, fitness center somewhere you signed up for still going to be able to successfully charge your credit card. Yeah, it's insane. Anyway, that's ridiculous. But so it's been an interesting week so far. Oh my God. So what has happened? So I've been down at the cabin since Sunday night. We went down Sunday night and to deal with this water issue. And so we had the well people, the well man, the well guy, if you will. It's actually 3 guys. But when I'm telling the story, I've rewritten him as a composite character, the well guy, and I think he captures all of their. Anyway, so they came out on Monday, and as I've done my best to update everyone on our efforts to have potable water. They had basically had a re-drill, and so we got a confirmation from the county last week that they could do it. They were like, "Yep, like you can go ahead and do it." And it's one of those things too, where the issue is this bridge that's not rated. And I think basically what's happened is like they in order to like, you know, they probably have to like certify it up to like a certain level. They don't want to certify the thing anymore because they're not certified. So it's big. But anyway, long story short, engineer looked at our specs and was like, "Yeah, you should be fine." And so like,
no, good.
So anyway, so they got approval. They came over Monday morning, got the truck over. I don't know if you've ever had a well dug or been around a well dug, but fascinating machines. Like just fascinating, like crazy, complicated. Like it's all like on like a big truck, but it's just like, and it's like all like 1890s technology, but it's fascinating how they like
Yeah.
dig a well with like a cable. Basically, they basically have a like a drill bit, and they basically lower the drill bit with gravity on this giant cable, and then like, and that's like what slowly, so anyway, so they have this thing, and they go down and they drill a little bit, then they put the plunger down, and the plunger brings up the stuff, and it's a process. It's definitely a process. But
Sounds
anyway,
like
so
it. God damn.
watch the whole setup, and anyway, and so they got it, and they're like, okay, we got it all cleared out, let's see what the recovery rate is. Now, for those of you who do not own a well, but are fascinated by the subject, those of you still listening, uh
Sorry. I am. I'm one of those guys.
I
there
am.
is I know
A
I've
lot of
got
our
I
fans are.
know the one level that I know that you guys are dedicated. I know that we've got fans that are dedicated, so they're going to see me through this. So there's something called a recovery rate, and the recovery rate is how like, so if let's say that like you use all the water in your well up, you take a really long shower, or you take a 37-second shower at the cabin, and all your water goes away. Well, the recovery rate is how long it takes for like the water to like build back up to like, and so like when we first moved there, we thought it was about a 4 to 5 gallons a minute, which they said was relatively slow. Well, when I went back out and asked him so anyway, so they left. They're like, we're going to wait 48 hours, going to see what the recovery rate is. I'm like, okay, fantastic. And so, sorry, he said 24 hours. We're going to wait 24 hours. We're going to see what the recovery rate is. I was like, fantastic. I'll see you here tomorrow morning. Tuesday morning,
Mhm.
wake up, nobody's there. Now I know because these guys are early risers. Like
Sure.
these are guys that believe in the sun, like the sunrise, and like the breakfast and
True
family
American.
and Jesus and
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that.
yeah.
All true up before the ass crack of dawn Americans. And so nobody showed up. Well, apparently they thought it was going to rain, and so they decided not to make the trip because they're a couple hours out. Well, nobody told me, so it was fine. Like Howie and I hung out. We've gotten to spend some man time together in
Nice.
the cabin.
It's good. Yeah.
So anyway, I called. They're like, all right, we'll send somebody out on Wednesday, and so they sent somebody out. Or sorry, today what day is today?
It's Thursday.
Thursday, I think.
I've got
Yes.
my dates confused. Anyway, send someone out today, Thursday. They showed up. Howie barks his ass off at like 6:55 in the morning, and I'm like, oh god, they're here. And so I'm like,
Oof.
out of it and dazed, and not hadn't been out of sleep very long, and they're here. And they drove for 2 hours. They're 2 hours north, so they got up really early here.
Doesn't
Anyway,
surprise me.
they look at the well, and they're like, your recovery rate. He's like, I'm like, what's my recovery? He's like, you don't want to know. And I was like, well, he's like,
Fuck.
it's about half a gallon an hour. And I was like, well, that's unfortunate. So uh, ultimately, so
True.
anyway, very long story short, but this guy was like determined as hell to get us water. Like he's like, you can just see like this guy, probably like
Yeah.
75
Likes a
years old.
challenge.
He'd
Yeah.
been doing it forever. And like, he's really interesting, really nice guy. But there are two things that are like, really struggle with. He mumbles a little bit. He's had a little bit of like boomhauerness to him.
Mm.
So you sort of
Uh-huh.
understand about 50 to 60% of what's coming out of his mouth. The other problem is like he's got a guy helping him, but like he has this weird thing where like he doesn't direct his conversation to whom like he's like talking to. He just kind of says stuff, and like I'm like, I don't know if that's for him or if that's for me. And so like one time he just literally repeated the same phrase like 3 times. He goes, hello? And I was like, oh, it's for me. 'Cause he just so anyway. So, but dude knows well. So like, but he was like, he just said the same thing. Like, and I was like, because I thought he was talking to his partner. Anyway, uh,
Uh-huh.
so anyway, he was determined, and so there was an old well, like what they call a hand dug well, that's like 30 feet. I don't know if you guys saw it when you were here, but it's an old, like where those old
Yeah.
stones were lined up at the end of the
Yeah.
driveway. There was a big old stone well, and he's like, let's see if that thing still works. So he
Oh
moved
shit.
the cover off the well, like this stone, like crazy heavy cover. And like this guy, I mean, like I say, he's probably 75 years old. And like he's like, help me with this, and come by over there. And like I could tell that like he's helping. I'm not sure that I'm helping push this thing over, but I could tell that he's
Yeah.
mostly doing it. And I'm like, God damn, I'm absolutely worthless. But did move it, and there's like a bunch of water in this old well. So they redig everything up. They dig a trench. They move the water line, like all this stuff. Like I want a backhoe just as a hobby because like those things are fun. Like you can move, like
Yeah.
it's amazing, like how much earth you can move. Like it would take you years of digging to accomplish what he did in like 30 minutes. And so anyway, so they hooked up the old well, and it works. So we have running water again.
Wow.
Nice. Hell yeah,
We're
dude.
super excited about that. So anyway, very nice guys. Shout out to Mater. Well, look at us being so complimentary of our local business establishments.
We really are. Yeah.
I really,
It's like
no,
we should get
no,
sponsored already, you know?
it was nice, yeah. Because the terrifying, well, and the terrifying thing about this too is I don't know if you've been in this situation, but like they gave us an estimate up front, but like none of this matched up with like what they were going to do. They did all of that they were initially going to do, and like it didn't yield water. Like there was no water, so I think they sort of like felt bad. And they're like, "Well, shit, we got to figure out a way to get them water." So really, they only tacked on, and so they did all the. I mean, it was like probably 6. They got it there, like I said, 7 a.m. I think they finished at about 3. So it's like 8 hours. I mean, it was like a full day,
Still
and I
pretty
think he
good.
charged us like a couple grand more. I mean, for everything. So now, so fingers crossed. Now we don't know that this new well what the sort of, but anyway, I'm just gonna pretend like everything's solved for now, and that's
I like that. That's good. That's good. Pretend,
good.
Yeah. I like it too. It too. The other thing I don't want to tell you. I am going to tell the story, but it's a little uncomfortable, and so I feel bad. But it's optimistic towards the end. So it is hope.
It turns.
It brings the audience
it turns.
Hope. It does. It turns. So anyway, so our grass has been out of control because we haven't been up there in a couple weeks, and it's rained a ton, and so I needed to mow, and I wound up fucking the mower up too, but that's a whole other aside. But anyway, so I'm mowing, and like and so I am almost done, and I see something in the yard. I'm like, oh shit, what is that? And I hit a turtle. I'd ran over a turtle. And it had taken just a clean little slice out of the top of his shell, and I was like, oh God. And I felt so bad. And so of course turtles do what turtles do. They don't want to talk about it. So he can I'm like shit. And I'm like, oh fuck. And I'm like, well, maybe like it's okay because it didn't like it was bleeding and stuff, but it wasn't like off. Like it just kind of looked like literally just sliced off like the top of the. So I was like, but so anyway, so I took him over. I went and got some water and I kind of washed him off and I put some hand sanitizer on it. Like not like I mean it's a wild animal, so I'm not gonna make out with it, but I am gonna try like what I can.
Free shot.
But I'm doing this, and he's not making any movements, and I'm like, oh fuck, he's dead. I'm like, I was like, you're making yourself feel better at this point by doing all this shit. You killed this damn turtle, and you're doing this for you. You're not doing it for him. So I'm like, all right, well, maybe. So I wash it off, I leave it there, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna come back, and I was like, maybe come back like an hour later after gone, turtle gone. So
hey,
I think he's
Smith.
okay. So now I don't know what the long-term outlook is like with a turtle with 70% of a shell, but I have to think it's better than the turtle with less than 70% of a shell.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
That's hope.
That is hope. That is hopeful.
Yeah.
Good for you for trying to help it. Yeah,
I did. I felt really bad because
trying to murder it.
I've killed 2 things. One, I killed a mouse purposely on once because we exterminated a mouse and I had to drown it. Anyway.
Oh no.
And then I thought that I doubled my number. I thought I doubled my count, but no, I don't think so. I think he's going to be okay.
Good. That's good.
Yeah. And it was inadvertent too. It wasn't like I meant.
You didn't go after that turtle with a lawnmower. Yeah, it wasn't intentional.
Not the first time. No. Oh, God damn it! What happened?
Are you
guys still there? And that is the story of my turtle.
The turtle that lived. That's good.
The only way that story could be better if you came back and the turtle wasn't missing. He had built a house and raising children right underneath it.
Oh,
that's still a possibility. I actually thought fondly. I thought like I'm gonna like run into that turtle in the future. I'm gonna see it like crossing a road and be like, "Hey, it's you. How's it going?"
You should have wrote.
I think your shell looks cool.
You should have wrote something. You should taken a Sharpie and written something on the thing so you'd know that was
or
your
Smith,
turtle.
you could have gotten some cardboard and like drew a little bit of a shell. Like he comes out and is like, "Look at that turtle! It's got cardboard on it." Yeah, that's weird.
I should have like glued a little top hat to him and just like, and then so like then like the other turtles wouldn't make fun of him. They'd be like, "Ooh, nice hat." And
I want a top hat now too.
So anyway, I will see. We'll see if the other turtles accept him or reject him for his difference.
I think they'll accept him. In my mind,
I think so.
In my heart,
I think so too. I think it's gonna come like you said. I think it's gonna come across as tough. It's like
yeah.
Like, I went up there once. Don't go up there.
Big stars. It's the whole thing.
I believe that's true.
That is true.
It actually might have been a chick.
That turtle's gonna get so much ass because of you, Smith. Look at you.
Probably.
There's running ass for a turtle that can't run himself very fast.
All right, guys, let's do some headlines.
So much turtle.
I have such a terrible
headline of the week.
I have such a terrible joke that I'm so glad you pushed through that. I was going to make a terrible joke. Okay.
Do the terrible joke.
No, it's too much. Too much.
All right.
This is from
disappointed.
I'll tell you in a little bit.
All right.
If you get our Patron or Patreon or whatever it's called, you could
Patron. There it is. It's been a minute, Tyson, since you said Patron. This is good.
This is from New York.
Get our Patron.
Okay. So this is from New York, not New Yorker, not New York Magazine, just simply New York, because Jesus Christ. Anyway, the headline is Trump's catering truck VIP list, Diet Coke valet and human printer, which is a great headline. Just across the board.
Fantastic, yeah.
But so this is really about the people that he chose to take with him on that little detour into off the plane into the little catering truck off to the next place.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you've read a little bit about this, but here I thought I'd let you know who he considered important enough to take on this little trip with him. Natalie Harp. I don't know if you've heard her name before, but
so I think
familiar.
We need to talk about her because that's probably been the big Trump story this week is Natalie Harp.
Oh, has it? Okay, well, I've been kind of
it's turned into this kind of big thing about what attracts this young woman to this grotesque old man and why.
Isn't this the woman that like camped out in the cart shed at one of his golf course?
Correct, yes.
Okay.
Oh, no way. I didn't realize that. Okay.
Yeah, just she wanted access to him. Anyway, so Natalie Harp, Trump's unnervingly ardent executive assistant, who runs his Truth Social account and has been nicknamed the human printer because she runs around with a portable printer to give the president hard copies of fawning articles and memes. So he took her. Rubio, fuck yourself. All right. Next up, Walt Natu, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, who worked his way up from bringing Trump drinks whenever he hit his beloved Diet Coke button to now being his director of Oval Office operations. So that guy went, just in case you needed it.
Okay.
Dan Scavino, who helped strategize the 2016 campaign, and now he's the White House Deputy Chief. Pete Hegseth, humanoid, and let's see, a few lower profile aides. Here's the people that didn't get to go. Marco Rubio, Scott Bessent, Stephen Miller. No shit, everybody leaves Stephen Miller behind. That's not a problem. Stephen Chung, National Security Advisor Michael Needham, and all the journalists traveling with the president. So anyway, that's who he took along with him. His Diet Coke guy and his, I don't know. Let's call it internet fluffer. Let's call her. That's what she is, basically.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
It works.
So what's been going on with her this week? What have I missed? What is the story?
No, there's just been all this speculation. Like there's just been all these articles about about her. Like it's ever this. And that was like one of them. Obviously, was that he picked her. But like her brother gave an interview that has been like she's had a little unhealthy obsession with Trump. Which is there a healthy obsession with Trump? There is not. So do we not need to make that distinction anymore?
Isn't he hasn't he weaponized that and said the people that are obsessed with getting Trump out of the way, they have an unhealthy obsession with Trump? So it's like a two-way streak with this guy.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. You're right. No, you're right. I certainly, yeah.
I don't.
Well, anyway.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I can't wait to read
So
her
I don't
book.
know. So no. Apparently, she's like, yeah, yes, she's very close to the president. She's like his right hand, his girl Friday, and like,
yeah,
probably hand jobs and stuff. I'm guessing.
yeah. I don't think that works anymore on him, but who knows?
I don't either.
No,
I think she's wiping his ass.
Well, that he probably enjoys that. As Melania is sort of been MIA too for like the last month, so
True.
she never was that great of an ass wiper.
I mean, not after she got married. Before she was
before. Right.
Yeah,
no, once she got the, I don't know, whatever.
Anyway,
so
once she got a settlement, a pre-set up settlement.
She did. Oh my God. Yeah.
This is from Lake and County, McHenry County. Oh, sorry, Lake and McHenry County Scanner. I've tried to figure out where this is from. I don't know, but somewhere a place called Crystal Lake. So I assume Freddie or Jason's involved somehow. I'm not sure.
Jason.
Yeah.
13th trope. Yeah.
So a new body cam video shows the owner of the Trump Truth Store in Crystal Lake yelling that she would sue the police before loudly screaming as officers arrested her on a warrant for failing to appear in court. So she's an Algonquin resident, so I think it's probably New York. I'm not sure, though. Resident Lisa Fleischman released the videos on Monday showing her arrest on May 26th for the traffic arrest warrant that led to her being detained in a DuPage County jail. Basically, she said she was going to sue every one of those police officers for taking her into court because she refused twice to show up to the thing. Now, we've talked before. I've found at least one of these Trump stores in the wild. I found one on the Outer Banks several years ago, and she's just one of those people. But anyway, she's crazy, and she's going to sue everybody. Just like I love that because the only person who can yell "I'm going to sue you" is Trump, because everybody else is like, "Yeah, go ahead, I dare you."
Yeah.
Let's see.
One of the, I don't know if you saw this story or not, but I didn't save the article, but one of the bigger MAGA stores in, I think Tennessee is closing its doors. Lack of business. Shocking. So
I mean, how much
bad year for? Yeah, I know.
How much Trump MAGA shit can you own before you're just like, okay, well, I guess I have enough. I don't know.
I've asked myself that same question about K-State people. It's never enough.
Yeah, but it's a lot. That's true. It's a lot more than you would expect. Like a lot more, because we have rational. Like I like to think if we were MAGA, we would be, we'd be MAGA, but we wouldn't like go nuts.
We'd be like cool MAGA,
We'd have a
hipster
shirt,
MAGA, yeah,
and maybe a sticker.
Maybe a tattoo. Maybe I'd have a tattoo, little one.
I don't know. What is that like Delta 9 and homophobic slurs? I don't know. Is that what?
Somewhere in between. Somewhere we find it.
We'll get there. I'll get there. God. Yeah, no, but they
burn my flesh.
I thought that was fantastic. So that's good news.
Well, I spent 40 minutes just listening to people talk in that store, and I had a hell of a fun time. And it was very hard for me not to record everything.
Oh, I'm sure it's like the mothership, like where everybody thinks they're. I'm sure it's very similar, and we still need to make this happen. By the way, like the Creation Museum, where people.
Oh my God,
just, like,
guys,
they're comfortable.
That needs to happen. Yeah,
they're comfortable in their nutshell. They're so comfortable in their nutshell, they'll just say crazy ass shit that like they wouldn't say in Walmart, but they're in the Creation Museum.
Oh my God, I'm gonna need a muzzle in that place.
Still roam the earth. Yeah, it's awesome. It's fucking like it's child abuse, but it's fucking awesome. Like and I have not been. So here's the thing too. I have not been since they've added the ARC experience, which is when you actually built
we're doing this next year.
A true to scale. So keep that in mind. A true to scale Noah's Ark.
60 cubits by 50 cubits by 20 cubits.
Yes.
Nonsense.
God, why did we move away from cubits? I don't know. I don't know.
I did actually figure out that a cubit is the length of one of your fingers. I learned that recently watching something. It was a documentary about how all the societies, ancient societies, have a flood story as part of the foundation of their religious beliefs. So they all have this flood story, and so they just think it must have been a very rainy weekend or something that everyone decided to write a chapter about.
Interesting.
Yeah, but anyway, they said a cubit was, I think they said either a finger length or a hand length. So that's what it used to be. Now it's like feet or inches, or like an inch used to be this part of the thumb. So it would be wildly like.
Right. So you're really getting shortchanged, like if you're buying goods in China as opposed to like I don't know, like Norway.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Bigger hands.
Bigger. Yeah. So anyway,
everything's bigger in Norway. Yeah.
But I think we should do that. I mean, we should definitely go and
yes, we should definitely.
It's been like I just think it's been almost 20 years. I think I went in '07.
There you go.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
right.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
We gotta go.
So
we gotta go. Where is this thing at? Where is it?
I mean, I don't know.
Producers,
it's like right.
It's in Indiana, right?
No, it's like 90 minutes from the cabin. Like it's like right outside of Louisville.
No,
and like but it's been 20 years since I'm sure that science has only further their.
Smith, you know what? I just had a great idea. Do your rehearsal dinner at the Creation Museum.
Can I get a picture of me on the saddle of the dinosaur?
Kathy is giving me a lot of latitude with this wedding. I don't believe it would extend to that. However,
I'm sorry, Kathy. I do love you, but that's a great idea. I'm just saying.
I am thinking bachelor party, and I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So maybe. We'll see.
Love it.
Or we could just go to the Creation Museum because
I'll bring some ones to take to the Creation Museum, and I'll just start fanning them out to one of the dinosaurs hanging out with humans.
Yeah,
like we're at the street.
That's nice.
I can't wait for the three of us to be together and fucking giggle all the way, like just a fucking giggle train all the way through. It'll be great.
My abs already hurt. It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Because they have like the dinosaurs you can ride. Like they have the dinosaurs you can ride.
That sounds amazing.
Like that's
that's
part of their thing.
Bachelor party there for sure. Oh, I mean,
you could not only could you ride dinosaurs back in the day, you also knew a lot of artisans that made wonderfully beautiful leather saddles for these dinosaurs. Huge market there.
Absolutely. I believe it was the first true trade was a rhinoceros.
I'm not going to survive. I'm going to get kicked out in 10 minutes.
It's awesome.
Probably.
Like the hall. So I don't like the Hall of Sin is like my favorite. Like so, there's a lot of like there's all. It's actually like it's very much like a real museum because that's how they coax it, right? Like they put all this bullshit, but then they have like interactive displays and like it's like and it's trickery. It's trickery. It's the devil's work, I tell you.
It always is.
But the one thing I do remember is there was like this just where like this black, like it was like basically like a haunted house where there's like black light, but then there's like neon like spray paint with like like not real curse words, but like frig or but then like newspaper articles about like abortion and like heavy metal music, and it's like all these screams like you're in hell, and you just wander through this and that's like the whole thing. It's like basically like a scared biblically straight
it's like a haunted house for Christians.
It is, it is.
I'm so
in. To do those,
I cannot wait.
Yeah, so it's fun. So I think we need to do it. That'd be a lot of fun.
It's been a long time since I saw 7, so I don't remember all the sins. But is Gluttony one? I know Sloth is one. Yes. Gluttony one. I would love to see. I've
watched that movie a million times. Yeah.
All right, so I love the idea of the Gluttony like interactive thing where it's like, would you like experience gluttony? Push this button and it just fucking just a plate of like biscuits and gravy pop out and they're like, can you eat all this?
No, that's right. It does. I forgot that it does walk you through each sin and like show it to you. Like, so it's kind of a
boy.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, I'm
That
never
and
gonna
like
leave.
that I remember the most, and then like the Noah's Ark like justification is like fantastic. Like they explain it, like, and there's like, well, there weren't all the type. It's fascinating. I'm not going to spoil it
Can
for
we
you
get a
because they
tour
have
guide? Can we actually hire someone and like talk to them before we do
like
it
a
and ask
like
if
a
we can
VIP,
record? Yeah, like
like
a
a
VIP
VIP.
thing. And we
Well,
do
I don't.
Jabberjaw
Well,
investigates.
so I think we need to record. I think though we should do it on the DL and see if we can
Just see
just
what
record
happens.
the
Oh, let's
experience.
see what happens. Good call. Yeah. Okay.
If you
Yeah,
caught one of them
yeah.
being like, okay, well, we know this dinosaur stuff's bullshit, but the rest of it's real, and then like she's fired, and I feel bad for her, but still, she said it. So
She did say it.
I,
And there's
I think
also 11 people that watch her. Like, it's not going to get out there to the masses.
that's true. That's true. We're gonna make Tyson a giant cross necklace, and we're
Yes.
gonna put the little camera.
oh, I got it. I got it already for you.
Dude, you
Savior,
can rock it.
save is the one. Check out my cross, bitch. No, sorry. There you go. Savior save is pretty good. It's not
Savior.
Flavor Flav.
We can
but
save your save.
I think that would work. Instead of the clock, you've got a cross, and you go instead of saying
I
Flavor
like
Flav is
that.
the one. Savior save.
Wow.
I'm crying.
Mm.
Oh, this is so happening, you guys.
Tyson, this just launched your Christian rap career. I
Finally.
like.
Jesus Christ! I spent so much money on Google Ads, Matt, trying to get this going. And
Dude, brother, you tried to force the issue for so long. You just got to relax, and it came to you. It came to all of us.
God.
Oh wow!
I should have. What I need is I just need a weekend with Chet Hanks and myself and a handful of other excellent. And then we'll map out a
bust out so many classics. Oh Jesus!
Savior save is the one.
That is you are very clever, very funny. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Well, very unexpected. This is from Entertainment Weekly. We went on a deep dive. These guys know. Watched all the Indiana Jones movies. We skipped Temple of Doom. But we did.
Oh, you said this. And you just glossed over it like we skipped Temple of Doom.
We did.
I find that essential viewing, but you disagree.
I would say that the reason why we skipped it was probably more of the idea that was like, how much more Indiana Jones can I trick my wife into watching? So I'd skip over the.
I see. So it's not that you didn't want to view the film. It was like, okay, I've probably got 2 more left. I'd rather see. Okay.
I was like, if I ever wanted to watch Crystal Skull, I'm gonna have to skip, Temple of Doom to get there. But anyway,
I've never seen Crystal Skull either, so
I love it. It jumps the shark every 45 seconds, but I fucking love it. I love that movie. So this is from this Entertainment Weekly. Harrison Ford returning as Indiana Jones for new Disney project. The actor first played Jones in 1981. He is an old man now. He's 84. He will return as Indiana Jones for a new Disney project. Here's what it is, though. It's a ride. So it's a Disney. It's called Indiana Jones and what's it called? Go back. It's called Indiana Jones and the Myth of the Jade Serpent. So it's an interactive ride. He'll be the body double, and then they'll recreate him using all the fun things that they've made to take jobs away from actual actors. But anyway, that's coming in it's coming in a couple years, so I'm very excited about that. I may return to the parking, the big parks, because it's been a while. What was that? Did anybody else hear that? I'm so jumpy. We've had to restart this 3 times. Okay, never mind.
No, you're good. We're good.
Okay.
I think we're okay.
Let's see. So I have 2 more, and this is from the New York Post. Family theme park slammed over disrespectful Titanic ride for kids, but owner refuses to cave to quote woke brigade. So basically, they put together
the woke brigade.
they made this little ride that's like Noah's Ark, and then it just tips up like this, and then you slide out, whee, and that's the ride. Not that, but anyway, yeah. So it's like not that big of a deal. But what I thought was pretty funny was that they've. Oh, did I say Noah's Ark? Oh man, I totally buried
You
the
did say
lead.
Noah's Ark, but I probably implanted that in your head.
It's the Titanic. So
The
you
Titanic.
get on the Titanic
Oh,
and it
I
tips up
did see some of this shit today. Okay, yeah.
and you could ride down. Well,
Now
some
that
people were
shit's funny.
That shit is,
agreed.
yeah, it is funny. Very funny.
Some of the quotes are like, well, they're learning something about actual, for $3 a pop, children can hop aboard a replica of the ill-fated ocean liner where tickets are handed out as boarding passes on the cruise, and the ship's name is clearly visible on the side. And then it just tips up, and then just slide down. Wee. So I love that this is in England, by the way. And so, but what I found later when I was looking around, uh, those bouncy houses. You've
Yes.
seen a bouncy house, right? There
Yeah.
are several of these sinking Titanic bouncy houses that are all over the world where they just make the Titanic and lift it up and slide down. So, time plus distance equals comedy. Yeah.
Time
Yeah.
plus tragedy equals comedy.
Tragedy equals comedy. That's correct.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And I think there's been plenty of goddamn time since the Titanic. Like, are we really like?
Yeah.
Are we really? I think it's okay.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
I
Sorry.
support this.
It was
and
really
I support
bad.
more of it. And I support more of it.
Good for you.
What other Hindenburg? How can we take the Hindenburg and turn it into?
Oh my god, that's yes.
I give it
that's
another
it. That's
2
next.
years, and we can all ride in a simulated underwater submarine that implodes. That'd be fun. Do one of those.
Oh,
that's gonna have to be a reach goal. That's gonna be a tough one.
It's true. It's gonna be a little while longer before we get that.
Yeah.
But those, however, are all my headlines.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Good job, Tyson.
This idea of a disaster
set a high bar.
Theme park.
High bar for disaster. Woo.
Oh, look at you! Savior Save is in the house.
It's the one.
In the Lord's house.
I'm definitely going to a costume jewelry place this week and finding a
the only one out of the three of us who can pull this shit off. Take it seriously. Other people will take him seriously. It's great.
I like this. Yeah, we have to. I think I want you to.
I think we can capitalize on this.
I think we can too.
If I do it right, all I want is my own cameo business. I can make $20 a message being Savior Save. So
Savior Save.
Oh, that's a great idea. Like all these Christian kids,
God.
like Save to like wish them a happy birthday.
Listen. You want you know how I got this
That's
idea?
it right there.
Aside from knowing what Cameo was, this is how I got the idea. When I was setting up our NFL fantasy football draft leads, one of the tabs on there says hire a Cameo to introduce your league to the new year, and you could hire a former NFL player to just be like, good luck, trade, like the League 3, have a good time this year. And I was just like, really? Like, that's the weirdest crossover promotion I've ever thought of, but whatever,
Yeah, people. Well,
anyway.
Now you know.
Now you know.
Now you know. Okay, is it my turn?
It is. It is.
I pay attention. So the biggest thing here, we've had crazy rain and flooding. Here we were not affected. The cabin was not affected, but Indianapolis it's fucked up.
I've been seeing some of that, dude. It looks scary.
So they've. So anyway, no, it didn't really impact us. Didn't really impact any family or friends. So we're all good. The rest of the world, however, let's go to Newsweek. Republican who backed death penalty for pedophiles faces child sex charges.
What do you know? Oh, hey, there it is.
The Palm Beach County Clerk Court Michael Caruso, a former Republican state senator who previously backed the death penalty for adults convicted of sexually battering children under 12, was arrested Tuesday on 5 felony child sex abuse counts.
Yeah.
The 67-year-old married father of 7, who was appointed by the Republican Governor Ron DeSantis, faces 5 felony counts: kidnapping, child molestation, lewd exhibition, luring or enticing a child, and abusing, causing mental injury. Yeah.
That's, what's so fucked up about that is Beth has told me the story numerous times. She had a coder that she really liked, and he was really good, and he had like 6 kids, and he was a Mormon, and blah blah blah, and he was a Boy Scout master. And he came in one day to the office, and he's like, "I can't really get into it, but I'm not going to be around here much longer, so I just wanted to thank you for the opportunity to work here." Yada yada
I
yada.
think I've heard this. Yeah.
And then he got hit with the diddling the Boy Scouts, which is not great. So
cool. Fucked, man. Not cool at all.
Yeah, no, there's a pattern, though. All you have to do is look for it.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway,
that's not funny.
No, it's not. I'm sorry. We just
more funny.
No. All right. Sorry.
That's all right. The catchphrase.
All I got is folders for a pedophilia. This one's not pedophilia. This comes from stuff. .co.nz. I think this is what the
wow.
New Zealand.
Stuff magazine.
Jesus.
You know what? I don't know. I think it is though. Now they certainly have a new logo, that reminds me. I haven't received an issue of Stuff in a long time.
In 25 years.
Anyway, in like 25 years. But apparently in New Zealand they are doing just fine. And I like that. That's kind of the impression I get of New Zealand is that is a place where Stuff and Maxim will live on forever. And Axe Body Spray.
That's why I want to go there,
really
live there, retire there.
Absolutely. So anyway, title of the article is "Woman Dies, Comes Back to Life, Gets Parking Ticket."
I actually heard about that.
So woman received an $80 breach notice from the Smart Compliance Management a few days after her resurrection. After the circumstances were explained, the fine wasn't waived, but merely reduced to $30. That's awesome. Smart Compliance Management has been contracted to provide a fair and equal opportunity for the parking of this car park with Maxwell. So she was. Anyway,
just save your say.
It was a good headline. Yeah, save your say.
I did read that. That's kind of a bummer, right? Like you die and then they bring you back to your life. And you're like, life is worth living, and then they're like, oh,
here's your ticket, you asshole. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
life.
This one, in a first, this comes from livemint.com. I don't know where I find these. But in a first, AI boss sacks employee at San Francisco retail store for being late 17 out of 23 shifts. So apparently, of course, it's in San Francisco.
Sure.
AI agent named Lumina, built on Anthropic's Claude, put in charge of running a San Francisco retail store, has fired its first human employee for being late to 17 of 23 shifts. Fair, I think, right?
It is.
Right?
It really is.
Okay, I thought so too. I just wanted to get a consensus from the group there. Fair. And this was the last one. Which I just thought was interesting, and this is what we do with AI and all this stuff. The Carrier Pidge app delivers text at 110 miles an hour, unless your virtual pigeon gets lost, distracted, or dies.
Wow.
Finally, a messaging app with a built-in bird-related failure. So basically, there's an iOS app called Carrier Pidge, where you can send messages to your friends. But based on geographic location, it only travels as fast as a pigeon can travel. So if I were to send Tyson a message right now, basically would get it in 5 hours, I think, something like that. But there's also the chance that your pigeon could get lost or killed in transit, which means that you never get the message. I love this idea. I don't know why. I thought this was the neatest idea.
I think it's cool.
It's fun.
Yeah, so it's fun. I think it's fun. I like the idea of it got lost in the mail. I like having sort of a built-in escape hatch in any form of communication if I fuck up. So I like this a lot.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I like that too.
Anyway, that's all I had for headlines. So, but
very nice.
Very good. I actually have quite a few, so I'm just going to breeze through these. Nancy Mace reveals tattoos years after getting them. This is from USA Today. Have you guys seen any of this shit?
I saw this, yes.
She got to reclaim her body. So we all know Nancy Mace. She's a fucking asshole, and she is launching a new podcast called
excellent.
Get Maced. Get Maced is the name of it. Fantastic. doucher. So yeah, she in a February 2026 interview with Politico, she said that she received 9 tattoos between 2023 and 2024 following a breakup and the removal of a benign uterine tumor. It was her chance to reclaim her body, the pain that I need to feel. Whatever. This woman sucks, so I'm just gonna shit all over it.
I don't even
The
know who she
visible
is.
tattoos. You know Nancy Mace, Tice.
I know
Just
Nancy
Google her.
Grace.
No, Nancy Mace.
Unfortunately, you also know Nancy.
Yeah.
No, wait, but I think I conflate her with other lunatic right wing. Is she the one that shot her dog?
No,
that was a different one.
Different one.
Nancy Mace was part of like the UFO committee, and what does she like to call herself? It's somewhere in this article.
Yeah, I know.
She's a Republican congresswoman from South Carolina.
I see.
And she calls herself Trump in high heels. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah,
she's terrible. She has a Christ-like figure of an eagle with the word justice on it. And then she also has a quote from Virginia Woolf novel. Mrs. Dalloway said she would buy the flowers for herself. This woman fucking sucks. I mean, do you really need any more? I know.
No, this is why middle school kids are not allowed to get tattoos. Like it might seem really insightful and deep at the time, but ultimately, you're gonna wind up defending a tyrant.
The video of her taking off her blazer too and like showing her guns and her tattoos, chef's kiss, so stupid. Highly recommend it though. This next article, yeah,
gross.
I know it's just more of the same.
I'm sorry she went through a really tough time, Nancy.
I am too, woman to woman, but you're a hose beast, and I do not like you. So
I feel sorry for the tattoo artist that had to spend hours.
I do too. With her. God, hearing her stories, and then she probably tried to hook up with him afterwards, and was like, "Yeah, I got stuff to do. I got needles to clean." Yeah,
like, I have a strict no gonorrhea policy here. I don't really mess around with it. So
I'm going to that Save Your Save concert later.
It's not that strict of a gonorrhea policy. No.
You guys laugh. I'm gonna fucking attack ChatGPT tonight. I'm gonna get a backstory for him. I'm gonna get some preliminary fashion ideas.
You need to get yourself an 808. I expect some results next week when we do this again. I want to see.
Too. We're gonna launch Tyson's Christian rap career just right.
God, you're gonna forget us. You're gonna get huge and forget
us.
You're
gonna get so big.
How could I forget you, old dinosaurs like that? I wouldn't do that. You my peeps.
You my peeps. All right. Before I start to cry again, this next.
I'm really looking forward to this tour.
I can't wait. We're already your number one fans, so
we really are.
I just got to do writing music and all the other stuff.
all the other shit. Gotta get a giant ass cross, bedazzle it. So many ideas just came to mind. Wow. Okay.
I know.
We could seriously, if we were shooting the shit, like just us hanging out,
we would go on
be
for
talking about this. Until 3 a.m.
It would be a prototype at the end of the day.
I don't even want to watch Mystery Science Theater. I want to keep talking about this career. All right. This next one comes to us from ozarksfirst.com. Blunt man allegedly brought 130 pounds of drugs to gathering of the Juggalos in Missouri. This is one of my favorite things, not just because it's, about Juggalos, but this guy's a fucking idiot. A man known as Blunt Man is facing felony charges after investigators say they found more than 130 pounds of marijuana and psilocybin products inside a camper headed towards the gathering. So on this camper, he was basically advertising that he was the guy. And so they pulled him over on the highway.
Did he really? They had like Blunt Man logos and
even Willie Nelson kind of keeps it on the DL. So when he's driving through Texas,
when he's on the road,
it was like a Blunt Man's one-stop shop.
So basically, he set up like a weed food truck and headed to the
Juggalo.
This needs to be a fucking movie.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
I watch it. This is like
when
the
we're
dumbest.
done launching Tyson's Christian career, we should write this screenplay.
You're right. You're right. We don't build our media empire overnight.
That's true. Yeah, you got a lot of sticks in the fire. Can't go too hard.
But it's never too early to start thinking about cross promotion, though. So
true. Never too early. That is true, gentlemen. Yes. Very true.
Anyway, wow. Blunt man, 150 pounds of marijuana.
And psilocybin. That guy was looking to party and like supply the party for those juggalos. So,
yeah.
Apologies to the juggalos. I love juggalos. I would love to go to one of those things. Slightly scary.
I would still love to go. And by the way, that is one piece of missing media. And I need to look again. I look every couple of years, but like the first gathering of the juggalos, they did this infomercial for. And it was fucking hysterical, and you cannot find it. Like, they have used their connects to get that scrubbed from every media source on the internet. I mean, I've gone deep. I've gone to like Daily Motion and shit. Like, I can't find it. But it's hilarious. Anyway,
they got rid of it.
I want to find it because it is hysterical. But I like I just love that story. I like that bright. Well, that young man, 150 pounds of weed in an RV and headed to the gathering.
What do you even say when you get pulled over? Like, there's nothing to say. You're done. Like,
it's true.
Blunt man, eh? Yeah.
False advertisement.
Yeah. That's I don't even know who's driving this car right now. Anyway, so that guy's awesome. That's my favorite superhero, Blunt man.
God damn it! It did it again. It did it again.
Oh, did it?
Oh man, Tyson, you're gonna have so much fun. Okay, just a couple more left. This one comes to us from westward.com. Denver installs misspelled street sign downtown. I don't know if you guys have seen this. They misspelled California. They spelled it CALIFORINA. And they left it there for weeks until people finally started fucking blowing it up on TikTok. And now they're finally taking it down. And so when Westward went to the street to do the story on it, there was a guy there from like city ordinance or something. He said, shit happens. Best quote ever. Whatever. Denver, get your shit together on a number of issues. And then this next one is for Tyson. It's from Pitchfork. Columbia House is shutting down. R.I.P.
Oh,
sad state of affairs.
Yeah, that's too bad. I was like, well, what are they selling? And they're selling terrible DVD copies of movies, like terrible, like not good ones.
Yeah, but 71 years of
is that really what it was?
Insane.
71.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, John Oates. He bought there was a rival company called CDHQ, and he was one of the main investors in that. And that was I don't know. I hope he made some money. I assume he did.
I forgot all about CDHQ.
Anything like John Oates touch turns to gold. I'm sure. So it's like I'm sure it was fucking phenomenal. But
So like Tyson, have you were you able to like get like the first good night's sleep? You were able to
I feel free finally from my
it's finally over. It's finally over. There's not like an attorney in a dark basement.
You're never gonna get that call, buddy. You're it's done.
Yeah. Are you Tyson Wheeler? No. Nope.
I don't know, baby. I
remember, asshole. Yeah.
Tyson D.
Fraud is just adorable when it's just CDs. Like that's what I say. Like it's really not even. It's really not even crime. Like
it's not.
It's not. It's not great. I mean,
great story.
Don't. Yeah. Sorry.
It is.
Well,
rest for your grandkids.
Rest in peace, Columbia House.
Rest in peace,
model that will never ever be used ever again.
Ever again. Nope.
So wait, you think they had to shut it down because they discontinued the penny?
Maybe there was no place to pay.
You're onto something there. Yeah,
keep that penny on there.
It's possible.
Oh, they didn't think about that, did they? Yeah.
No, they didn't. No,
it's
they
all
did
connected,
not.
Folks.
Nope. Yeah. Nope. This last one is from Vogue. Trying to be a bit more hip with my headlines. The story behind Bjork's Robert Woon balloon look and her solar eclipse rave in Iceland. I fucking love this. I love Bjork. Cool. I love that she throws raves. I love the whole balloon outfit. It was great. I've watched so much footage from it. I'm obsessed. So anyway, you guys go check it out. That's all. It was great.
It is worth seeing. It also looks like it would have taken a team of people to keep her moving without popping a bunch of balloons,
Well, that's what I was saying. Like, and she was such a good sport about it. Like, there's, this video of her, and she's got like a glass of Prosecco, and she's like moving across the stage, and everybody's cheering, and she's moving back to her little turntables, and it's just cheers and joy everywhere. And the solar eclipse is happening as this is going on. Like, my mind would explode if I was there.
Is Bjork like the queen of Iceland? I hope she is. Like, I like
think
to think
so.
that's just.
I would like to think
she just calls the shots.
Yeah.
I think I like that. She's got a free pass. I don't know if she calls all the shots, but I think she could be like, you know what I'm going to do?
They definitely consult with her on some level.
Yeah, they have to. They have to.
What would Bjork do? That's
what would Bjork do?
I don't think that there is royalty on Iceland based on my time there, my 3 days there. So I mean, she might as well be royalty. I think it's fine.
Yeah, I believe it.
Very good. Well, that's
queen. Good. Yeah. That is it. We have headlined. Do you guys have some plugs? Tyson?
I have a couple of plugs. One, I don't know. Ted Lasso's back. It's great. You should watch it. They're doing a real big thing on women's sports this year, which is really good. I plugged this last week. I'm going to plug it again. I'll probably plug it next week too. Batman Caped Crusader, which is an animated Batman show on Amazon Prime. If you don't like Batman, you might try this show because this is the essence of Batman. He's not a ninja. He's not as strong as Superman. He's just a good detective, and he romps around in crazy Art Deco style Gotham City from the 1940s. It's beautiful stuff. And then this band called Cola, which stands for Cost of Living Adjustment. Put out a new record this week. I can't remember the name of it. It's good though. Cola, you might know, are three of the guys that were in this band, this hardcore band from the 10s called Aught, AUGHT. And so
does that sound familiar?
If you know, you know. Basically,
okay.
Yeah, actually, I had no idea that. I actually listened to that this week, and I had no idea it was this. It sounded like now it can make complete sense. But yeah,
I mean, it's poppier, it's a little less angular, but it's got the same DNA in it. It's pretty good. Cool. And I think that's it for my plugs.
Very nice, Smith.
I have a couple quick plugs. There is a movie that came out on Netflix, I think, earlier this week called Don't Say Good Luck. And it's kind of a coming of age story about a high school girl who wants to get into a play and her kind of relationship with her sick mother. It's really got a great cast. It's got Sunny Sandler, who is Adam's daughter, who is actually quite good. She's very good in it. It's got Melanie Linsky, who's in all kinds. If you don't know that, she's great. She's in love, and John Lovitz is in it. And
John Lovitz is in it.
Yeah. Steve Buscemi is also like her grandfather, and it's got a great cast. Just really good, cute little movie.
Cool. I'm gonna watch it.
The other one I had was,
I feel like I have to go.
I couldn't believe it. I hadn't seen him in so long. I was like, holy shit! He looks great. It looks good. I got to say, he looks good.
Love that man.
He and Dana Carvey did a show in Vegas that we went to, and that was super fun. Right? Yeah.
Jealous.
And then the next one I have, this also came out, I think, on HBO Max this week, and it is Normal with Bob Odenkirk.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
And
we watched that the other night.
On streaming. Yeah. I think it came out earlier this spring in the theaters, and I conflated it with another, there is sort of Bob Odenkirk has almost kind of created his own genre of film at this point, which I kind of love. And they're single word titles, and it's just kind of a crazy fun action.
Well,
and he's
it
perfect for it.
blends his character in Fargo with the nobody character really well in a very strange way.
Does.
Yeah,
You're right. It does. So no, it's just like a fun kind of, I don't know, it was just it was great. We really enjoyed it. And then there was another movie, which is not I don't want anyone to misconstrue this as a plug. But we also watched a movie with Mark Wahlberg, which is also, I think it's on Netflix, and it's a movie about him and a dog. And you know what, I'm going to say it. I enjoyed it. I'm not saying it's good by any stretch of the imagination.
It's because you love dogs.
It's because and Mark Wahlberg.
And Mark Wahlberg, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
don't forget.
Yes, and Mark Wahlberg. And so if you I
best
think,
underwear model ever, am I right, guys?
It really was. He really was. He was a very talented individual. But I think all dog lovers love anyway.
Dog lover.
Yeah, they like Mark Wahlberg. I don't know that cat people like Mark Wahlberg as much as dog.
I had him on my wall in high school.
You also have Troy Aikman, so it's a sliding scale.
That is true. I know. Yeah. I don't have any room to talk.
I had Garfield.
My opinion doesn't matter.
I hate Mondays. That was on my wall growing up.
Somebody's cooler than me in high school.
No, clearly not. Like the opposite end. I was like, boy, I'd like to fuck Garfield. Nope. I just didn't like Mondays. I didn't like Mondays. He didn't like Mondays. I don't care for lasagna still to this day. So it's whatever.
Now, if you had Garfield and Calvin Klein's, then it would have been on the right path. Yes.
That would have been. Wow, that would have been like the ultimate late 80s bedroom right there. Like Garfield, Garfield, Calvin Klein ad.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I think we're onto something here.
We really are.
Dave. Yeah, man.
Oh God.
I like that we're fleshing out this backstory for your character. It's like, oh, anyway.
A lot. We have a lot of work to do, but it's going to be worth it to us in the world.
Yeah. How did we get here? Anyway, that's my plug. Dawson,
it's great. It's good fun. So I watched a show on HBO Max called Lanterns. Tice.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Did you know about that?
I did. I haven't watched it yet. I've broached it a couple times. It has never passed the broaching.
I'm going to hold on to this plug because I'm very excited about it, but I'm not a comic book person like you are. So I will hold my opinion, but my opinion is good. That's all I'll say.
I suspect it to be good based on who produced it, wrote it, directed it. So and who acts in it. So
yes.
So
Kyle Chandler and Aaron Pierre, they are great together. Their chemistry is awesome. I'm a big fan of it. So I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Please report back next week.
Will do.
And then there's a new album from Phoebe Bridgers called Lost Weekend. I've seen a lot of interviews with her. I've listened to the whole album at least once. It's sad news bears, but I think she's working through her shit, and she's a beautiful songwriter. Hell of a voice. Big fan of hers. I also love the fact that she was listening to a lot of ambient music and Radiohead while she was writing this album. So, I like that shit. And that's all. Those are my 2 plugs.
That's nice. Dawson and I were talking before the show about how if you're in a certain strata of indie rock, you have to listen to every new Phoebe Bridgers album that comes out.
Yeah.
It'd be like back in the day, you had to hear the new Radiohead record, and so now it's Phoebe Bridgers.
It's just a done and done thing. And that's especially funny. Like Tyson and I, because we love Boy Genius. Like Lucy puts out a record, we're gonna fucking listen to that. Mm-hmm. Julian puts out a record, we're gonna listen to that. Yeah. So it's just the way it is.
I'm looking forward to being depressed and walking on the treadmill.
It is depressing. I had to go take a walk outside after the first 10 songs. Jesus.
Okay. Well, any unplugs?
Bo Burnham did a number on that girl. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, how long did that last? You know what? That's probably an offline.
It's hot goss. We can talk about it after you've given the album some time. You guys got some unplugs?
My unplug is myself for being so out of the fucking loop about not knowing what to do when you get hit by another car. So I'm unplugging myself. Maybe the first self unplug. I don't know.
I think it is.
But
congratulations.
There it is.
Yep.
We're okay with it. Many more.
We are. Yeah, maybe.
Many more. Hopefully not.
No.
Whoops.
Nope. Smith, you got one?
I don't. I'm sure, it was kind of a slow week. Like, kind of the whole week was just kind of, I don't know, nothing crazy seemed to happen. That crazy, anyway.
Not too crazy.
Turtle workplace injuries are my unplug.
That is unfortunate.
Turtle's just doing his thing.
That is unfortunate.
Out turtling, and I'm sorry, Turtle.
It was really bad, Turtle.
It was kind of bad. I know. I felt really bad. Like for not like a long time, but for like 45 seconds, I was like, you've disturbed the harmonious nature of. But man is under the forest and all that.
So. Think how many bugs you kill every time you mow a lawn. It's like it's scale. Like the turtle. I don't know how big the turtle was, but.
That's actually all I think about while mowing is how many lives I really and how much scale matters. But you're right. Like just because that turtle was large enough for me to notice doesn't mean that I didn't kill tens of thousands of other countless souls.
I know.
So, you've given me a lot to think about. Thank you.
Sorry about that, everybody.
A lot.
Well, you think of that when you think of me splicing together 5 clips of this show.
It's a punch.
God. Oh, God. It's gonna be like not thinking about like corporate farming while I'm at Chick-fil-A. It's just like get it out of my mind.
That is true, man. It's tough, yeah.
It is tough. I just got one. It's pretty basic, but it did piss me off at Red Rocks. Sorry, Smith. Tyson, you're pretty tall too. Tall dudes at concerts.
Yeah,
I will say this about these two guys. They're very aware of their surroundings. I've gone to many a show with them, and they are, true gentlemen. They do not block women, especially. They're always looking around to make sure everybody can see. But there are some dickheads out there that don't. And to them, I say, unplug yourself. You suck. I'm not a fan.
Yep. Sit down
Just
and get
look around. Know where you're at. Yeah. Go to the back.
So as someone who could particularly block someone, should I offer would you like to get on my shoulders?
Get on my shoulders. Yeah.
I thought
I do a cursory look behind me to make sure that I'm not
ruining. Or just like hey, can you see okay? And then it's like, oh, at least he's acknowledging that.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't.
I've let shorter people get in front of me because they're not going to block my group. It's like
yeah. So
yeah.
I know. So, I think I may have been inconsiderate.
Again, you don't think about it when you're
I'm gonna think about it from now. I'm gonna think about it now.
I mean, it's not like you're out there mowing over turtles or anything, right?
No, well, that's true. That's true.
Think about how many dreams you're killing by not letting them see a good view of the guitar solos.
Now, if I start mowing,
they're looking at your awesome hair instead of the show.
That's right. That's right. So I just glance back knowingly, not apologetically, knowingly.
He just kind of moves it around a little bit. He's like, "Oh, you like that?
Oh hey, you back there?
Let me scoot this apart a little bit.
Did they ram their wheelchair into the back of my knees yet again? And they're just like, I'm like, oh, sorry. You don't care about my haircut.
Between Howie killing that employee at the restaurant last week, and you
it's been stomping violent down people couple weeks.
A lot of blood going on in India. A lot of blood spilled. What's Kathy been up to? She's been a little quiet. Should we know? Do we know?
We were out there I thought I was going to be out there for a night, and we wound up being there for like 3 nights because we didn't get it resolved the first night, and so Howie and I just been kicking it out there, and we're finally back home. I go to Hayes Saturday, so going to Hayes for a week. So
yay, taco shop.
I know. I'm excited.
We need to. Yeah,
I'm excited for you.
I will be in touch. We'll get that figured out.
That's right. I'm gonna.
I smell a date night.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
We'll talk a minute.
Ooh, the romance is palpable.
Yeah, we will.
How many times have we
that hidden?
We keep saying, "Stop shipping us, Dawson. It's not fair. It's not cool." Then we send her pictures of us holding hands.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah.
That's right.
Just like save your save. All right. Always a pleasure, gentlemen.
Always a pleasure.
Always.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Always.
Enjoy your weirdly overlapped edit coming this week.
It'll be great.
You just experienced it, so how about that?
You should.
Layers. Lots of layers.
A little audio Band-Aid.
I got nothing. Sorry, Ben.
Okay.
Sorry, team.
Hold on, bud.